Hello everybody, Dokkan here. Welcome back to another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. So earlier this morning, we had the producer's letter, which by the way, it's trending on gaming. Look at that, Dokkan. Trending? Look at that. We love to see that. So yeah, earlier today we had the December producer's letter, and we basically saw peak moments that are going to be etched in history. A lot of big updates coming into the game in the span of the next few weeks, so pretty excited to break down all of these shenanigans. So as soon as the producer's letter wrapped up, we had the reveal of the units that are going to be coming out for Dokkan. We're going to be discussing them. We're going to break down everything regarding the producer's letter, like the reveal and stuff like that, and then jump over to the quality of life updates and breaking down the kits of the units. So if you guys do enjoy this, make sure you guys hit the like button, of course subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below at the end of the video or during, however you like to see fit, right? So started off with our boys Omatsu and Ken giving us a little bit of a preview as to what was going to be coming out, or like a little bit of a teaser as to what was going to be shown here. So let's go ahead and proceed. Basically, first take a look at this. Just a stunning, take a look at this. Look at this little preview that we have here. In my mind, I was like, are we going back to the Buu Saga? Like, I know that Buu Saga has been absolutely getting humongously buffed, especially with the recent releases that we just got. But there's no way that we're just gonna continue getting buffed over on the Buu Saga, right? Are we just gonna continue doing that? But I completely forgot that you guys know that after the Buu Saga, DAIMA is taking place. So there we go. Like, immediately we're getting DAIMA stuff right in our faces. That's pretty cool. We're getting the animations, which are I'm going to be discussing them later. So I mean, I'll show the animations in a bit, but yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming in. So shout outs to Omatsu and the good old Ken, stating that Goku, DAIMA, and Goku, Super Saiyan Goku Mini DAIMA and GLORIO are going to be available. A new event and a new summon event will become available. That's going to be in the next upcoming days, like 3 days time. It says that the celebration or the campaign is going to begin. So looking at the event info, we're getting a free-to-play SR Goku DAIMA, which I'm thinking like this is the same art as the free-to-play ones that we got as soon as DAIMA premiered. So if you guys recall, those free-to-play they were like login bonuses, and you had to do some missions in order for you to get some additional copies of the characters. But now if you didn't get them or you missed them, you can be able to get them, or they're just completely new characters that I just don't know what I'm talking about, right? So yeah, it lets you relive the story of Dragon Ball DAIMA so far. It has began airing. It says available starting from the 26th, so a day after Christmas. So we're getting EX skill orbs for the demonic power category, which of course kind of gives you a little bit of a hint as to who is going to be the leader for demonic power, which of course is going to be our boy GLORIO. GLORIO, who will show up in the upcoming campaign, belongs to this category too. So aim to recruit him and enjoy the campaign, as they state, right? And then we're also going to be getting normal EX skill orbs, it seems. Take down the Get Armory, Mask Majin arrive. So we're going to be getting EX skill orbs based on this event. So not bad. It is a challenge event, so I don't know if it's going to be a difficult event. You can be able to complete this various number of times. Should definitely try out along with the story events and limited attempts event. Oh, limited attempts. Okay. So there's the info on the new characters. We'll go ahead and talk about them, but first let's go ahead and show the animations here. I do have them saved up over here, so let's go ahead and check these out, shall we? Very, very nice. It's so good. Let's go also check the Glorio's animations as well. So pretty cool stuff right there. Very, very excited. Alright, so moving along, they showed the details and everything like that, and I believe they showed everything regarding the kits of these units. So let's go ahead and start with Goku, Super Saiyan Goku Mini DAIMA here. Really, really happy that this celebration as a whole is going to be a full of DAIMA representation, which is awesome. I love it. So I don't know if I should pop these on a new screen. Let me just do that, I guess. And you guys can be able to see them a little bit better, because it might be tough to see them in here. So let's go ahead and check the leader skill now. So Goku is going to have Transformation Boost or Dragon Ball Seekers. Category Key +3, all stats 170. With the additional HP attack and defense stats plus 30% for Pure Saiyans or Accelerated Battle. That's a pretty good setup here. Transformation Boost getting more buffs. Dragon Ball Seekers, I don't remember the last time we had like an actual proper leader for Dragon Ball Seekers, so that's pretty good that these guys are getting some representation, so not bad. And of course Pure Saiyans and Accelerated Battle is also pretty good, so there are some vital options in there. It's nice that Goku has the standard Goku links, I would say. Golden Warrior, Saiyan, Super Saiyan, or Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, all in the family. That's pretty good that he has that. Prepare for battle and fierce battle. Let's go ahead and talk about the passive skill. Serious Fight in the Demon Realm. Activates the entrance animation upon the character's entry. Of course, he has the intro. And he gets 20% damage reduction and a chance of evading enemies' attack plus 20% for one turn from the character's entry turn. That's very solid. It's only for one turn, which is kind of irking me just a tad bit, but it is what it is. Just for one turn, we'll take that. He gets Ki +3, all stats to attack and defense was 200%, not all stats. He gets 30% damage reduction flat out. So for one turn, he's gonna have 50% damage reduction, and then that shifts over to 30%. And he has a 50% chance of evading enemies attack, including super. So if you add that with the beginning, like the start of turn, just for the one turn buffs that he gets on his intro, he's gonna get what, a 70% chance to dodge. He has an additional defense plus 100%. Has a chance of evading enemies attack, including super, plus 20% as the first or second attacker in the turn. Basically speaking, you give this guy the chance to be on slot 1 or 2. He gets the additional defense, he gets the additional chances of dodging. So basically speaking, for one turn, for the first turn, he's gonna have 90% chance to dodge on turn 1, and then after that, that dips below. Is it gonna be what, 70% still? Yeah, because the only thing that he will lose is the 20% chance there. He gets the additional attack plus 100% and launches an additional attack that has a 50% chance of becoming a super attack as the second attacker in a turn, which is kind of perfect. Just leave him on the second slot. Will be very nice, especially depending on where you run him, because we'll also check on his categories and things like that. Alright, so let's check the other segments here. He gets an additional defense plus 200% when receiving an attack. That's pretty strong. Getting that extra defense there, very solid. He is also getting an additional attack plus 50% up to 200% with each attack received or evaded. That's also pretty strong too. Remember that this character has 70% chance to dodge after turn 1. But on turn 1, he can be able to get 90% chance to dodge, which is pretty strong. So starting from the character's next attacking turn after the character evades the 5th attack in battle, or starting from the 6th turn from the character's entry turn, he gets an additional attack plus 159% and attacks effective against all types. This Goku's gonna hit pretty hard once we get to see that. So very, very good. He does have his active. You guys saw the Super Kamehameha. It can be activated after the character evades 5 or more enemy attacks, including super attacks in battle, or starting from the 6th turn from the start of the character's entry turn. He's able to massively raise attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage to the enemy, which is pretty good. Now we go over to here, which is pretty interesting. Look at the links. Look at the categories that this guy is in. He's on Transformation Boost, Dragon Ball Seekers, Pure Saiyans, Accelerated Battle, Time Travelers, which is pretty interesting because Goku doesn't travel time during that section there, during this episode of DAIMA, or like wherever the character's positioned in the story of DAIMA. He's just traveling. It's not through time, it's traveling through space. So, or like different realms, right? So doesn't constitute as time travelers, but apparently it kind of counts to that. He's on Goku's Family, Super Saiyan's Turtle School, Fauna Power and Child, Earthbird Fighters, Kamehameha, and Super Saiyan 2 and Power Beyond Super Saiyan. These two are interesting because, of course, whenever he's doing the Super Kamehameha, you guys can see portions of the animation, just doing the little lightning strikes there on the animation, meaning that he is going Super Saiyan 2 once he's tossing out the Super Kamehameha. So that is a nice little detail, and super happy that they added the Super Saiyan 2 and Power Beyond Super Saiyan categories into this guy. So that means Super Saiyan 2 category buffs in here as well. So pretty strong too. I like that. So that's not it. Like the Time Travelers category, I don't understand why he's there, but that's pretty good. But also this little effect right here, this super attack effect, which I think we had to go a little bit up. So let me go back into Dokkan's stuff here. This is the effect. This is Goku's super attack effect. So he greatly raises attack and defense, but for 3 turns, causes immense damage to the enemy, and raises allies' attack by 41% for 2 turns. Which is unbelievably massive. This is a 2-turn support. And keep in mind that with everything that this guy is doing, where he's tossing an additional super attack, or an additional attack that has a 50% chance to becoming a super on slot 2, makes this guy ridiculous. Like, this man can be able to almost double or triple super with everything that he's doing here. So, like, that is nuts that he's doing all that. Imagine that, double or triple supering when this character, and he's just buffing the entirety of the team by 41%. Just absolutely dumb, absolutely stupid. So, very, very good stuff from DAIMA Goku there. Pretty good. He is int, so if you do pull at least 1 copy of him, he will have the 5%, you know, chances of dodging, or like the level 5 dodge. So you kind of will want to pull a few dupes of this character. So just a little warning there. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about GLORIO this time around. A lot of people are stating, like, people are having issues that this guy is super class. Granted, there is a lot of benefit for demonic power at this moment in time, since a lot of demonic power category characters, you will want to relate them to extreme class, because there's just gonna be extreme class characters. A lot of the characters in that category are extreme, plus one of the prominent leaders right now for demonic power is Lord Slug, the Dokkan Fest one, and you will want to run that team. However, we're getting demonic power for GLORIO this time around, and he's super class. But yeah, I made one tweet like, yeah, like the leader skill for for demonic power, the first 200%, and it's a super class. I do get that, but they were gonna do that regardless, right? Especially with GLORIO, just getting him the 200%. So this is interesting because this is a unit that works kind of like Roshi. If you guys remember when Roshi came out, Roshi provides 200% flat stats to like a special category like Peppy Gauss, right? And then additional stats to other leader skills. So this is very good for GLORIO. So yeah, demonic power category key +3, all stats 200%. And of course, Battle of Wits or Accelerated Battle category key +3, all stats 170%, with the additional HP, attack, and defense +30% for the characters who belong to the Dragon Ball Seekers category. This is also pretty good. Like DAIMA, of course, they're searching for the Dragon Ball, so they're going to be buffing Dragon Ball Seekers as a whole too. So that's very nice that the Dragon Ball Seekers category team is getting some love from DAIMA. That's awesome. So Brainiac, Solid Support, Cold Judgment, Speedy Retribution. I kind of expected that from him. Shocking Speed, Master of Magic, and Fierce Battle. Mysterious Strength is his passive, so he does have his intro. He tosses an additional attack that has a 70% chance of becoming a super attack for 1 turn from the character's entry turn. So Goku gets the additional chances of dodging and the damage reduction. GLORIO gets the additional chances, or the additional that has a 70% chance of becoming a super. Okay. K +3, all stats 200, attack and defense +200%. I keep saying all stats. Launches an additional attack that has a 50% chance of becoming a super. So that's pretty strong. So GLORIO for 1 turn, he's able to do maybe 3 to 4 attacks, because you're gonna get the level 5 hidden potential system additional. So that at 55%. So that could trigger at some certain points in time. Then you can be able to get this. Then you're getting this on his intro. So he could be able to attack 4 times, possibly on turn 1. So not bad. He also has a 50% chance to dodge. That's very good. He launches an additional attack that has a 70% chance of becoming a super attack as the 2nd or 3rd attacker in a turn. So that's an additional attack that you can add to him. So he could possibly super attack maybe 4 to 5 times on turn 1. That's crazy. He's supporting the rotation too. So all allies get key +1 and attack and defense +50% for 3 turns as the 3rd attacker in a turn. That is massive. For 3 turns. That is really good. He gets an additional attack and defense +150% when attacking as well. Now that's a lot of attack that he's getting. He's getting an additional attack and defense +50% within the same turn with each attack performed. So this is multiplicative, it seems. Okay, let's see the additional stuff there. He gets an additional 30% attack and a chance of evading enemies attack, including super, +10% up to 30% within the same turn with each super attack performed. He launches an additional super attack every time the character performs a super attack 3 or more times in battle up to once within a turn. That is crazy. So this guy could be able to super attack maybe 5 times after turn 1. That is ridiculous. And with that, he's able to get the additional 30% attack. He's getting the 30% chance to dodge. That is added with the 50% chance to dodge that he already has. Dude, they make this guy really, really good. I like that. Okay, so he does have an active skill, which is the Lightning Buster. Can be activated after performing 3 or more super attacks in battle, which is going to be comfortable for this type of character's design. Greatly raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage to the enemy, and disables enemy's action once within the turn. That's pretty good. It's pretty helpful to like disables enemy's action up to once within the turn. Like enemy nullification of the action for the fight can be pretty useful, especially like if we got in these tough fights between Goku and Frieza, all these other shenanigans. So pretty helpful that they're bringing these a little bit back to some of these characters, so not bad. All right, super attack effect, the Flash Bolt. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage to the enemy, and lowers attack and defense. This is something that we also saw as well during the details and description for the character during the producer's letter. He's getting attack plus 9% and defense plus 6% in battle. So technically speaking, have you guys seen the further increases this guy's attack, further raises, or further greatly raises, or something like that? That wording that I believe, if we look at it, it's from the Int Carnival Broly's description. If you look at it, you can be able to like figure that it's the same as this. It works similar to this. So he gets an additional attack plus 9% and defense plus 6% in battle. We don't know how that will work. I think it's gonna be the same case. I feel like this is just guaranteed whenever he just super attacks. Because if it were to be like Broly, Carnival Broly, it'll be a chance of further raising. It'll be a chance of further greatly raising. It's a chance, right? Meanwhile here, it doesn't state a chance to greatly raise attack and defense. So for example, if he does a super attack, which again, this is a 50% raise in attack and defense, he gets a 59% attack and 56% defense raise in attack on super. I don't know if it's calculated as such, but we'll be able to see that once we get these guys in the game. So not bad. So yeah, these units are pretty good. This is the true definition of like bait. Like, oh, you're going to summon. Are you going to summon for these units? Yeah, this is the true definition of bait. These guys are like pretty freaking awesome. I like the art. A lot of people are saying not into this in DAIMA category. I feel like it's too early, especially since we don't have a lot of like a variety of characters just yet doing their thing. So that's why there shouldn't be like a DAIMA category just yet. So if we go back into the producer's letter, they basically did the same thing as I did. They were talking about the kit's details and stuff like that. But there's some additional information regarding this entire campaign. So they're planning to release DAIMA characters sequentially over the future celebrations. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah, in the future. So they're going to start working on those things. But there is going to be some additional updates regarding the game. So now with this particular scenario, we look at the timeline that they provided to us in the previous producer's letter. They're going to let us know the updates that they have planned for January, just before the 10th anniversary, as they state here, right? So there's going to be a complete overhaul to the character's details page. Let me just go ahead and this full screen so we can be able to see. So they're going to be making some changes to the display of the passive skills descriptions. As you guys know, previous like you guys saw it, right? It's just a complete Bible, and it's like you can mess yourselves up, and it's like, what does this unit do? Like I'm getting confused as to what the details are. So now they're gonna make it a lot easier for us Dragon Ball fans to be able to make sure that we can beat the allegation just a small bit, and make sure that the descriptions are easily understandable for us users. So this is what they're going to do, this little change and little overhaul. So the basic effects, this is basically the improvement of how it's going to look like. So the power from friends, you see the description and everything like that. Some of the icons are going to be introduced and possibly changed. And here we see some new icons right here. So this little infinity clock, or this little clock infinity right there, I can be able to let you know that it says that maybe basically once activated, it stays forever. That's what I'm assuming. And this, of course, is just once activated, it's just going to be for one time. So let's say, for example, you got the basic effects where the characters just get the stats at the beginning of the turn. Then for one turn from the character's entry turn, this is just a special kind of like description for any of the characters that get some additional effects for one turn from the character's entry turn. They can be able to get all of these, and for every attack evaded, for every attack received, for every attack nullified or things like that, they can be able to get these sort of effects. Whenever you get key plus 24, whenever activating the active skill, you can be able to get these things, etc, etc. Just simplifying the passive skill for the character, which is pretty good. And also we can be able to see the attack and defensive stats for the character as well, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that is basically the update that they're going to do, right? They basically show a lot of descriptions here. So for the basic effects, it shows abilities that have no conditions whatsoever, and then the parts below show the effects that are activated when specified conditions are met, which is basically detailed here, right? We add a new icons, that little interrogation 1 symbol. They can be able to describe that the effect is only activated once in battle. Meanwhile, the clock and the infinity means that the effect will be permanently applied in battle once it is activated. So yeah, that's awesome. They were able to do that. This goes such a long way in terms of quality of life updates. It's just so good. These are nice little achievements that they can be able to gain there, right? As we saw here on the bottom, it says that it's okay, sorry, Amatsu. It says that it's available from January 2025, so we're not gonna get this until after New Year's, right? So basically, maybe after the whole celebration of DAIMA ends, that is when we could possibly see the update. So next up, there's some additional updates. So again, this is just them letting us know, hey, fill in the survey. Well, I'm just saying fill in the survey, so every single type of improvement or anything that can make the game better, they can read those. They are reading all of those notices and surveys responses, so do make sure to submit any type of like quality of life update changes that they could be able to make. So this is another pretty cool thing, right? They basically UI overhaul changes. So if you guys know, we had the green little backsplash just telling us the HP, the Dokkan meter, the wheel rotation and stuff like that. Now everything is going to change, so we'll have a little bit more screen space, I guess I would say, more real estate in terms of watching the overhaul environment of where you're at in the map. And you can be able to see that there's some changes in like the font. Now we're going to see the HP bars. We're going to be able to see the percentages of the HP in and of itself. So that's pretty freaking awesome. Then this new little splash screen is completely new. We're going to be able to see like the new boss, or like the new boss screen, like, oh, boss battle approaching, and you get this new versus screen, which is phenomenal. There's the team layout down below. Usually, or before, how it's going right now is that you can be able to see like the characters on a circle right here, detailing like the members of the team, and now you can be able to see them just like they are shown in like the world tournament ish, where the units are just like shown in a line, which is pretty awesome. And then this whole shebang, like this new overhaul change in like how the passive skill of the characters are like displayed, like the skills, what the units do, etc, etc. And like, yeah, like everything just changed, like the little rotation splash screen, the HP bar, the Dokkan meter, and then the rotation wheel just disappears, and we're gonna get like the next characters that are gonna show up on the other rotation coming forward, right? So that's another like very good attention to detail. This is pretty awesome. So you guys can see the boss fights, the HP bar is going to change. The little display screen for the boss fight is also going to change. The turns are going to show up on top. The menu button is up here. The item button is down here. And you guys can see this little icon that says the down arrow. That details that if you have a unit that the enemy will have type disadvantage up against, you will see that the enemy will have that little arrow displayed there. So that's pretty cool. Look at this animation right here once we enter Goku coming into rotation here. Look at Goku. That is so sick. Coming in with a little sprite. Usually it's the sprite detail just not moving whatsoever. Now these sprites are gonna have a lot of animations. Look at Goku going into Super Saiyan as well. Like those little minor details, which a lot of people were making fun of it because I guess now we're gonna have increased storage on Dokkan because they're doing all this. But that is just one of the coolest things ever, man. And now we're gonna, like, this is I'm assuming this is just gonna be a different type of attack animation. So you guys know that whenever these guys are hitting us for a normal attack, we see like different key blast animations, we see a different melee attack, everything is just completely different. Now this is also going to get like an overhaul. Like if a unit is going to toss a normal attack, we're going to be able to see that. I don't know if this is going to be like a unit tanking an attack or a unit taking a hit or things like that. This is all completely new and it's under development, so that's something that we're going to be able to see in the future there. And this is just maybe a unit getting a super. The damages, the font of how much, the number of damage for like, oh, 1,545,000 damage. That also is going to change. The little KO screen there is kind of new as well. Dude, this is like, a lot of people are calling it Dokkan 2, which is absolutely insane. So they're gonna be changing a lot of things from the start of like this, I guess the starting screen, things and like that, to give it a more immersive look. So general UI adjustments are going to be making their debut, basically, to check their information during the battle. And then of course, second, they will renew the visuals in battle to provide a more immersive feel. That's what the description for that. So that is absolutely insane that they're making these types of changes. Yeah, the normal attack animations are going to be renewed, having dynamic animations. You guys saw that. Just, oh my god, it's so good. This game is almost 10 years old and they're still making changes like this, which is just like getting our excitement like that, right? So yeah, like there's a lot of like things that they're gonna start working on, because you guys saw that these different animations are gonna have like, oh, you guys saw like this is the Kid Goku and then the Super Saiyan Goku are all going to have different animations. So imagine just UI Goku coming in, like UI Sign Goku going into Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, and that little sprite animation, how is it going to show? How is it going to look? Or maybe Super Saiyan 4 Goku going into his standby. Oh, Goku, you're going to have to go back, and you have Majub coming in. That little animation there is going to be pretty sick. Or maybe Majin Buu after his revive, like maybe pieces, tiny pieces of Majin Buu is going to come over and make the actual Fat Buu just coming in. Like they have various ideas for many things that they can do. So yeah, all of this is going to be like, they're going to be working on it since there are so many characters in the game. Like a lot of examples that they gave on stream when I was streaming my reactions to this is like, imagine Mai doing a little animation when she's reloading her shotgun, or the bazooka, just putting a missile into the bazooka. Like those are like little tiny details that they have to go through because of the absurd amount of characters that we have in the game. So they are going to, over time, start piling on these updates and going to be preparing the animations, yeah, reflecting the personality of each character. So that, dude, just thinking about all of that you have to do is so surreal, bro. My god. So these motions will be added to the characters featured in the 10th anniversary. So again, they've already planned out all of these things. So they have the characters ready for the 10th year anniversary, so we could see them. And of course, we're gonna get a small teaser of this at Battle Hour. We're gonna see the teasers of the 10th year anniversary characters in there, so we will guess what type of animations are they going to work on while they're preparing for those animations right there. So yeah, I believe there's nothing else. They also touched upon like the Dokkan battle cards being added into the new Dragon Ball Super card game Fusion World. So yeah, these cards are going to be available. I think they showed a little bit. Yeah, like look at these beautiful cards. So apparently they're going to be available in February. I'm gonna get myself some cards, and apparently they're gonna be doing a pre-sale on this on Battle Hour, so your boy is gonna get yourself some cards as well. We might do a pack opening or two on the channel, so stay tuned for that. We'll be keeping a lookout for that. But yeah, there's info on Battle Hour. They're saying that they're gonna have a booth at Battle Hour. Dokkan is gonna have a booth available for that. We're gonna be there. I'm gonna be all up in that. Just seeing what giveaways they can be able to do, what kind of goodies you can be able to obtain, and all that good stuff. So yeah, very excited. A lot of great changes that they've done here, and this was just like a producer's letter with packed of information there. So yeah, there's gonna be some giveaways at the booth. I'm gonna be keeping an eye out for those. Yeah. I don't live nearby. It's gonna be a flight over there. I'm gonna spend some time over there, but yeah, we're gonna stay tuned for that. If you guys, again, if any of you are gonna show up over here to the Battle Hour, I will be there. Let me know. Give me a shout. Just I'm talking out of my ass if I was like an actual famous person, but I mean, if you want to shake a hand, give you a hug, give you some reassurance, letting you know that everything's gonna be okay. You know that I got you. And they're also, yeah, they stated that they're going to be preparing a live stream for the stage, but I'm assuming it's either for the stage that they're going to do for the fan meetup, maybe. If it is the case, then that means that I don't need to stream it. I will possibly take pictures and show them online, be like, hey, look at this, it's Dokkan news. I doubt it. We'll see once we get there. But if they're going to just live stream from the booth, just doing some Dokkan shenanigans, then yeah, I will do my best to like, hey, hi, how's it going? They're going to do like a speed battle in the actual venue. So like we're gonna have to run an event and do it as fast as possible, so you can be able to win like a little keychain. I will also work to do that, so we'll see. But yeah, that's gonna be all the info that they stated, and this is very important. The campaign is set to begin on the 26th, so around 3 days time, which is kind of perfect, because if we look at the timeline of events over on the wiki, let me just open up over here, we are going to get maintenance soon. We already got the teaser for the Dokkan event here. A lot of people are speculating that it's only going to be just one banner, since it's only going to be one Dokkan event to awaken both of the characters. So take that with a grain of salt. It might just be one banner, which if it is, I might be a little bit happy, but I also might be a little bit upset, since you guys know what happens with two new units being brought in one banner. Go tanks. Jiren. But yeah, we'll get to see that once we get there. But this is very exciting. DAIMA stuff on Dokkan. I have been waiting for this moment ever since DAIMA aired, or DAIMA has been announced. DAIMA characters over on the game. That's going to be pretty cool. But yeah, we do have maintenance coming in around that time, 25th, the night of the 25th to the morning of the 26th. So I'm assuming that during that time frame, there's going to be a data download. We're going to get all the units, all the details of the campaign, and when will the units are going to be releasing, right? So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, that's going to be it for the video, guys. If you guys stick around for the entirety of it, I appreciate you. I'll leave timestamps in the description so you guys don't have to trouble yourselves with like deep diving into what topics I talked about and the entire yap session for the entirety of the video. But let me know down in the comments below if you were able to watch the entirety of it. I am excited. I'm happy of all the things that are coming down between now and the 10th year anniversary. It's just so good. This is a bait banner. I will do a shoot you summon video talking about this, but this is gonna be the last dual Dokkan Fest before the anniversary. And again, Global and JP will celebrate the anniversary at the same time. We will get to see the characters coming in from the anniversary during the fan meetup on the whatchamacallit at Battle Hour. So do stay tuned for that. But yeah, it is very important to keep an eye out for that. It's very dangerous to summon on something that is coming so close to the anniversary. So yeah, keep it with a grain of salt if you guys are gonna summon on this banner. So yeah, do let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of the units as details, everything coming to Dokkan, the quality of life updates, and the stuff for Battle Hour. And again, if you're going to Battle Hour, let me know. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hit that like button, subscribe. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. See you guys all in the next one.